Easterseals of the Birmingham Area. This video is the next in our series on communication in the workplace. I'm going to talk in this section about conflict resolution. I'm going to talk about 6 steps for resolving conflict. No one likes conflict. It's not always easy. It can be uncomfortable, but we need some steps to make it something we can get through. The first step we're going to talk about is cool off. Step 1 is cool off. So conflicts can't be solved in the face of hot emotions. We can't solve our problems when we're in the heat of the moment with the person or people we're having a conflict with. So we most likely need to take a step back, maybe take some deep breaths, and get some distance between ourselves and that situation before we try and deal with it, and talk things out with the people we're working with or dealing with. When we take the time to breathe and to get our focus back, we can maybe work with those individuals to solve the problem. So I want you to think for just a minute about things that help you when you are angry. What kind of things make you feel better when you're angry? I want you to think about some of the following things. Breathing deeply, just taking some deep breaths while making a calming statement. Something like, everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. Something like that. You just kind of repeat to yourself. Also, looking up at the sky. Just looking up at the sky and looking at the clouds or looking at the stars if it's nighttime. Clearing your desk and straightening up. So if you work in an area where you have a desk that's your responsibility, maybe you just go back to your office and straighten up your desk and do something to get your mind off the situation you were just in. Or you could go to the restroom and splash some cold water on your face, or just kind of get away for a minute. You could write in a journal. You could go and listen to some music for a few minutes to get away. So there are a lot of things you can do, but I want you to think about things that help you when you're angry. Okay, so step 2 is tell what's bothering you using I statements. So remember, I statements are how we take responsibility for our feelings and our emotions about the situation. That's what I statements are. So by starting from I, we take responsibility from the very beginning about the situation and the way we see the problem. So this is in contrast to saying, you did this is your problem, it's your fault. I statements are the complete opposite of that. Saying all those you statements and pointing fingers and all those things can serve to sometimes only escalate the problem, not make anything better. So when you're making I statements, it's best to avoid put downs and guilt trips and things like that, because we want to, again, take responsibility for our issue instead of heaping guilt and blame and other things on the other party. And step 3 is each person restates what they heard the other person say. Counselors might refer to this as reflective listening. So this is when you say something and the other person says, so what you're saying is, when I do that, that makes you feel disappointed. And you say, yeah, that's right. Or, no, that's not right. What I really feel is this. So each person goes back and forth with that to try and make sure you're understanding what the other person says. Now, step 4 is taking responsibility. Because in conflict, each of us has to take responsibility for our part in the problem. we didn't cause the problem all by ourselves, and the other person didn't cause the problem all by themselves. So most likely there were two parties in each conflict. Step 5 is brainstorm solutions. This is a creative thing. You have to work together to figure out things that might make the problem better. And step 6 is to affirm, forgive, or thank the other person for helping you to solve the problem. Because saying thank you at the end of a conflict or acknowledging the person for helping you to work things out sends a message of gratitude and conciliation. And we can better preserve our relationships this way and strengthen the connections that we have with other people. Conflict resolution has applications in every walk of life. I think you'll find that in your personal life and in the workplace, using these steps when you can, as you can, will make a big, big difference.